Hello everyone, Professor Money Peak Trading. Today, November 16, 2024, let's talk about Iovance's amazing earnings and guidance. Still think Amtagvi is a blockbuster therapy. The long-term stock price can still be 3 to 5 times here. The sell-off is a buying opportunity. But at the end, we're going to mention that there's some policy uncertainty coming up. And not only it could be bringing some risk to Iovance itself, but also the whole biotech sector. Let's take a look at the left chart. Daily chart of Iovance, really nice breakout. We really think at 12.5 before earnings is going to break out, with meaning the earning guidance is going to hit $14 to $15. But actually had the other weight and then continue to sell out, break down all the EMA support on the daily chart. Similarly, on the right is the XBI, the whole biotech sector ETF. After the Trump election, the market was pretty promising about the sector and also break all-year high above 103, and they have a really sharp pullback and sold out about 14% in this week. Very brutal. So let's take a look. Really weird that right after the earnings, before the earning statement even came out for Iovance, the stock actually pulled down really quickly. We think they're just some large funds or market maker pulled down the stock price. Like within that 2 minutes, before the earning was available, the stock already after market dropped from 12.5 all the way down to about 11. And after the statement came out, no human can process, already down to $10. So something must be going on. We'll discuss. So really quick disclaimer, currently hold Iovance stock and long call option. We do not represent any pharmaceutical company. Any medical question, please consult your own doctor. We are not financial advisor. Please invest all your risks. So a little challenging for Iovance, like we mentioned in the previous video. We're still working on it. They use a special distributor for their product, Proleukin and Amtagvi. So we cannot track and forecast the sales using commercial data providers such as IQVIA, Symphony Health, Health Verity, etc. So we do mention in our Discord channel that the challenge and YouTube video. But before the earnings, we do provide our Discord member pretty accurate estimates. Right, we estimated about 70 fusion patients going to have fusion, and the revenue is about $54.2 million. And at the end, it was pretty close, right? Like their actual numbers with 82 patients got infused, and the total revenue is 58.6, so not too far from our estimate. And their guidance was $53 to $55 million. So our estimate was in line, and the actual revenue is actually beating the guidance. We estimated with this beating the guidance, should hit $14 to $15. So again, we think Iovance does provide really good financial guidance and discipline and hitting all the numbers that they promised investors. So at least we're very impressed. But why the sell out and pullback after this decent earning, right? So we think first, there's no major rate changing from the sell side analysts, right? SC Wainwright actually reiterated the buy target price target 32, UBS before the earnings initiated coverage finally, $17. So there's really no change. And I think the most concerning part is probably investor worry about the Q4 seasonality, that there are Thanksgiving, the Christmas holiday, the New Year holiday. Like right now, the numbers they provided, only 39 infused patients after 37 days already in Q4. So how are they going to meet the Q4 guidance, right? Because to hit the next quarter guidance, I believe it's $150 million, if I remember correctly, they need 150 patients. So how can they hit that while it's already 37 days into Q4, you only have 39 infused patients plus Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday coming, right? So the CEO actually mentioned the earning calls. That's the first question the analysts asked, actually. Said that when they provide this earning guidance, they actually already included the Q4 holiday season and seasonality. So they still feel confident that they're going to hit the Q4 guidance. And based on their track record in the past 2 quarters, I believe what it said. But however, the operations and logistics of Amtagvi are so complex. So I personally don't think it's an easily extrapolate a quarter patient number between 39 patients versus 37 days. However, I do think they will meet the Q4 guidance, again, based on their track record. And second, don't forget, a lot of revenues could come from Proleukin, that the hospitals pre-purchase Proleukin. So there might be 2 scenarios that he still hit the Q4 guidance. Is, Amtagvi infusion patients not as high as people expected, but the Proleukin pre-purchase, like the Q2 earnings, exceed the estimate, and that help and Iovance actually hit the Q4 guidance. Or maybe both Proleukin and Amtagvi in the second wave are both doing well, so they still hit the Q4 guidance. I guess the only way to find out is wait until the early February earnings. The other possible reason we think that causing this pullback is the NSCLC approval. So right now they said they could release the data in 2025, we think, and they said the enrollment is accelerated. So we think probably by ASCO 2025, which is the end of May, early June, they should be able to have that data. And once that release, we think it's going to be a really big catalyst. However, the FDA approval might only happen until 2027. So originally we're expecting at some point in 2026 they could get FDA approval, but I guess we are wrong, so we'll just have to see. And this might disappoint investors of Wall Street a little bit. Again, if the Iovance report positive NSCLC data in 2025, we do expect SMMT type of price action, which rally at 350% in a day when they release their NSCLC data, which has no conflict with Iovance, by the way. There is a third-line treatment. What Iovance is going to release in 2025 is second-line treatment. But however, I still think it's very unfair for Iovance's SMMT clinical trial is all in China. Iovance actually released a really good data for this weekend, a poster. That's another NSCLC clinical trial, phase 2. The early result looks very, very promising, but the stock price does not react at all. So we just like, I don't know who's shorting Iovance. They definitely hate this stock so much, and whoever shorted must be very, very powerful, that no matter what kind of positive NSCLC data got released, many other biotech doing the same thing, the price pop multiple 100%, while Iovance just doesn't move at all. Quite interesting. So again, the four reasons we think they're powerful short sellers here, and they're 22% short interest on this promising product, hitting revenue guidance. And the other fact I like and don't like is their active options traded under Iovance. This is causing a lot of volatility, and because they're so active on the options, market maker often have to adjust the position, avoid losing money. We actually have some videos on the upper right corner. We talked about it before and how it works. And that could cause some very weird price action, especially before, after earnings, quarter end, etc., or when some major option expiration dates. Market maker might have to buy or sell extra stock in order to avoid losing money on this option chance. There's a lot of policy uncertainties coming out actually at the end of this week. First, a little shocking for everybody. The Fed Powell actually said it might slow down the rate cut. That shocked the small cap XPI boom sell off right since Friday pre-market. And the other really big uncertainty is Robert Jr. Kennedy, abbreviated as RFK, is selected as Department of Health and Human Services. What does that mean? That's the boss of CDC, FDA, and NIH. And I guess Wall Street and myself is really worrying is with RFK's being the head of HHS, right? Yes, he could make the FDA approval process faster and more efficient, which is good. That's what the industry want to see, right? But at the same time, he also think the healthcare is so expensive. Is he going to cut a lot of Medicaid and Medicare reimbursement from the federal level? We don't know, and that's a really big uncertainty. And if he does that first, I don't even know if a lot of biotech and pharmaceutical company can survive until he or his team improve the FDA drug approval efficiency, right? Because if they cut a Medicare reimbursement, that's going to impact all these companies' revenue right away, right? So I think that's why Wall Street is selling out all this biotech so hard on Friday, like XPI, 6% down, right? So brutal. And same thing with Iovance also bring down. And I really think Wall Street actually started to notice maybe last Friday or over the last weekend, as this Monday, there's an unusual outflow of money out of this whole XPI biotech sector. It's just unstopped selling this Monday. And now everybody knows why, because the RFK news, the Powell news. So all this policy uncertainty might continue to harm the whole sector until there are more clarities, unfortunately. So I think that's a really big risk for Iovance investor or for the small biotech investor. And at the end, we just want to provide the price estimate. Still no change if Iovance can hit its guidance. And also the positive NSCLC data. We really think Iovance, the Amtagvi is going to be a blockbuster, and also the stock price will continue to push higher. Like we have mentioned, in 2025 to 2026, NSCLC positive data continue hitting the positive revenue guidance. We do think 2026, without considering the stock dilution, Iovance could be traded at 43.5. But it will be a really painful hold among all this policy uncertainty, plus the NSCLC, and before the NSCLC data get released sometime next year. So our price range for 2025 is still between $15 to $45 per share. However, might have to discount if we learn and can confirm more policy uncertainties. We still think a buyout can happen anytime. A lot of buyers must be bidding already. And for a $10+ billion biotech buyout, the average buyout premium is $51%. So we still think the potential buyout until the year end, sometime next year, could be somewhere between $23 to $68. But again, there might be some policy uncertainty that causing some discount on this price. So once we'll make another YouTube video about all these policy changes upcoming, once we have more conclusion and the dust settle down. So please make sure to follow us on Money Peak Trading on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Reddit. And if you want to see more Iovance contents firsthand, make sure to join our Discord channel and www.moneypeaktrading.com. And we not only cover Iovance, but many other crypto stock, biotech stocks, and tech stocks. And we're doing pretty well in the long-term investments, swing trading, options, etc. So make sure to check us out, www.moneypeaktrading.com. Thank you. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.